Hi Powers families, this video is actually for our caregivers, our moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas, aunts, uncles, those of you that are sitting right next to our kids, helping to support them during this process where we're providing instruction at home. So our teachers are doing an amazing job of sending emails and assignments through Google Classroom, but then we know that you're the ones that are sitting next to the kids actually helping to guide them, through that list of assignments and making sure they get stuff done. I know that can be a daunting experience. Even at my house, it gets a little stressful sometimes. So I thought I would share with you some of the things that we're doing to help keep us all sane. So my first bit of advice is to create a schedule, a daily schedule, including what time you wake up, what time you work on school stuff, what time you take a lunch break, what time you take an outside break, all that. Write it down in a daily schedule. So this is how our schedule started. Now, keep in mind though, this schedule has changed. My girls and I worked on the schedule together, and keep in mind, they're a little bit older. They're in 5th grade and 8th grade, so they can sustain for longer periods of time. They can sit and work. But we've had to tweak the schedule because we realized, that my 8th grader, she actually needed to start getting up a little bit earlier than I had planned. I was going to let her sleep till 8:30, and we realized, nope, she needs to get up even a little bit earlier to get everything done. So know that you may create a schedule and have to change things, and that's totally fine. Your teachers do that at school too. So create the daily schedule. Then think about setting up a spot where you want your child to work. Now, this is going to look different depending on your kid and their needs. So my oldest daughter, my 8th grader, she's very regimented. She likes a set routine, which we get with the daily schedule, but she also likes a more traditional setting of sitting at the table. So we set her up in the dining room and she's sitting there working every day, and that works great for her. My 5th grader though is more of a mover and a shaker. Like she doesn't like to sit at a desk all day. So she asked if she could work in the corner of the living room. Looks kind of odd, but okay, whatever, as long as she's getting her work done. So this is actually her workspace, but I couldn't stand having stuff spread across my living room floor. So she has to put all of her books in a box when she's done with our school day. So the other thing that you probably want to think about is creating a daily list of assignments. So one of my daughters is able to just jump in and kind of work on her own. She kind of makes her own list and goes with it. The other one though, we needed to sit down and make a checklist that she does for the day. So here's her checklist of everything that she's going to get done today, and it just helps to keep her flowing. Even if you notice on here, I put on some of the spots that we're going to set a timer so that she's not working too long on one assignment because she's still learning on how to pace herself. My other suggestion for families is to make sure that you continue to communicate with the teachers. So teachers are working from home right now, but they're still working. They're answering your emails. If you're doing Google Classroom, they're supporting you through that platform. They want to help, and they know that this isn't easy for everyone. So if you run into problems, make sure that you contact teachers. If the work seems too much and you're like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get this all done? Reach out to the teacher. Maybe there's information that they need to share with you about how you can help pace your student, or, if timelines need adjusted. I've had to do that with my kids, and it's no big deal. We're all in this together. We'll all figure it out together. And I'm so appreciative of all of you and the time that you're putting in with your kids. My other big thing that I would tell you is give your kids big hugs. This is a weird time, right? And our kids, especially our little ones, this can be kind of scary and kind of nerve-wracking. Actually, even for the big kids, it can be a little scary. Hopefully you're keeping the news off while they're in the room because, that's some big time stuff. But make sure that you're loving on them. You've heard me say to my Powers kids, I'm always willing to give out free hugs. Okay, it's your turn. You're passing out all the free hugs on my behalf. All right? If you need anything, please feel free to reach out to me as well. Take care, everybody.